Follow me on Twitter, Megyn Kelly. I'm never mean. You'll only see nice things coming out of my Twitter account. Also breaking tonight, we're getting the first details on a new proposal from House Republicans to reform the nation's immigration system, including a pathway to citizenship for some illegal immigrants. Chris Direwoltz is our Fox News digital politics editor and host of Power Play on FoxNews.com Live. Lots of talk about this today, about the House Republicans finally coming up with a plan. Are they on board? Is immigration reform about to become a reality in this country?
Well, I don't know if we ought to get all the way down that path yet, because remember, this isn't a bill. This is a statement of principles, and these are general ideas that the Republicans in the House think, or the majority of Republicans in the House think ought to be in immigration legislation. And the reason it probably is not going anywhere, especially in the United States Senate, is the first one. And the first one says, don't do anything until everything is secured internally and on the border. That's a no-go with Democrats in the Senate. There's no chance of them accepting enforcement first. So this looks like this isn't going to be any kind of a law anytime soon.
Okay, but then why do you have people like Ann Coulter, who, for whom this is one of her top issues, predicting doom and destruction for the Republican Party as a result of these shifts we're seeing now on Capitol Hill?
So we talk a lot about the executive authority wielded by President Obama, and that's part of this story. The president has threatened the business community in the United States that if they can't force their allies and the Republicans they support to advance what Democrats call comprehensive immigration legislation, that the president will use his executive authority to start to squeeze big employers on immigration issues that could be costly, disruptive, and destructive. They then are getting squeezed by the president and putting the squeeze on the Republican establishment so that they can keep going, for fear that the president will crack down on them. So it's flowing downhill.
But are you saying, because Ann is concerned about many things, but what she speaks for many in the conservative, sort of wing of the Republican Party, she talks about how she thinks, immigrants tend to vote Democrat, and that they do that not because of immigration issues, but because they see the world in the way that liberals and Democrats see the world. And she thinks if we create a path to legalization for illegal immigrants, this will be the downfall of the Republican Party. Do you believe that that is actually what is happening, a path to legalization, courtesy of these House Republicans today?
Many things may be the downfall of the Republican Party. The Republican Party always looks about 5 minutes away from its downfall, but somehow they do tend to win some elections from time to time. I think in this case, this is back to the establishment of the Republican Party versus the populist insurgency inside the Republican Party. The establishment needs money from big business to fund the battle that it's waging in primaries across the country with populist insurgents, the Tea Party kind of folks. They need the big business money. Big business needs to keep Barack Obama off their back. I think this is about following the money into these elections.
So sort of a circle the wagons and keep everybody happy when you need them to be happy, and then nothing gets done.
You got
Chris,
it.
Great to see you.
You bet.
Coming up, kids in one school served lunch only to have it taken away right in front of them and thrown out minutes later. And wait until you hear the boneheaded reason why. Plus,
President Obama got reelected, declaring al-Qaeda is on the run.